Hello my warriors, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to start a very new chapter of backend development. Yes, from today we'll be going to cover each and every aspects of completing the backend so that you can have a very great idea. Before getting into our topics, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and give us a valuable feedback in your comments. And please do share if you like our content for more such supports. So, guys, yes, let's get into our topic now. So, before getting into backend dominations, let's see what are we going to do in this complete series of our chapters. I will make sure that at the end of the series, you'll be able to become a very scratch level, a very basic developer to a very advanced developer. Everything we're going to start from scratch. So you don't need to have anything except having some good knowledge in JavaScript. That's all is required. If you want to check out some good JavaScript content, you can check it in our channel. So right now, let's get into it. So Node.js. What is Node.js and why do we need to use Node.js? Node.js is nothing but a simple runtime environment. Yes, now get into this topic. What is a runtime environment? Basically, JavaScript runs every code only inside the browser, like Google, like Safari, like Chrome. So it basically runs in a browser. But just to run that particular JavaScript code, JavaScript modules outside the browser, outside the server, we just introduce Node.js, in which Node.js runs the codes outside the browser like its own real programming computer. So that's the basic use of Node.js in a simple terms. But why do we need to use Node.js? Why do we need to use its frameworks? Before that, let me give you a brief idea of what is a framework is. Let's say you want to make a sandwich today. There are two methodologies for making it. One is making the bread by yourself, making the chicken by yourself, frying the patties by yourself, and making your own mayonnaise. The next thing is getting a sandwich from the nearby store, getting the chicken patty from there, and getting a ready made mayonnaise, and just combining them and making a plate of sandwich. That's the second method, right? So, the second methodology is called as framework usage. This is the general purpose of using framework. It is to make our work very simpler, make our codes easier, to reuse components faster. That's the basic ideology. But what is Node.js? If someone asks me in an interview what is Node.js, what should be your answer? Node.js is an asynchronous event driven more runtime environment used to run JavaScript modules outside your browser. As simple as that, right? Yes. So, before getting into it, what is V8 engine? That's a very popular question which has been asked in various interviews. See, V8 engine is nothing but a translator that converts the JavaScript modules. That's the translator for making the code run outside the browser. That's how it's run. So, coming back to the next topics. Um, okay. So basically, we know why we choose to Node.js as our language, backend language. There are lots of backend languages, Python, Fast API, that thing, this thing, everything is there. But why did we use Node.js? Because right now Node.js is one of the top languages. It's really one of the top advanced languages used in various places. For example, let me give you a very interesting fact. Node.js is being used in NASA for their spacecraft researches, for their datas. So let me show you that as well. Here you can see even NASA is using Node.js to make their works. Very cool, right? So, yeah, let's get into our topic now. Basically, in the main usage of using Node.js is because Node.js is an asynchronous event driven function. It's an asynchronous event defined runtime environment. What is that? Basically, asynchronous means non blocking. that is not blocking you from executing the codes. There are two types of things. One is synchronous, and then the next one is asynchronous. Synchronous means, let's say, I will give you a brief example for this. I'm ordering something from Amazon. Let's say I'm ordering iPhone. The product will deliver, but Amazon is giving me a condition that unless and until you receive your product, you are not allowed to do anything. You are not allowed to order the next order. This phenomenon is called as asynchronous function. Whereas asynchronous is nothing but you can just place iPhone charger, Mac charger, anything you want, and it will be delivered at any cost. It will be delivered. So this is asynchronous function. Asynchronous means the code can execute no matter how the previous codes were. Like it does not need to check whether the before code has been run successfully or not. It directly goes for the second, like upcoming codes, and execute them. This is basically asynchronous. And next one, that's if someone asks you like what is the main advantage, go on with the non-blocking and asynchronous behavior. Yeah, let's getting into installing a Node.js. To install Node.js, you can directly go to your primary Node.js website. You can just install them according to your computer's property. You can just install it according to your device. And after installing it, you can just check that by going into your terminal. Let me open my terminal. So if I just run node of v, I'll be getting my module of what module I'm in. So right now we're gonna get our hands on dirty in Node.js. Come on guys, let's go on. Here I'm just using Node, and right now Node is being executed in my terminal. I'm just going to execute something like console.log hi node, and here you can see hi node. And I can also perform any arithmetic operations over here. 8 plus 5 is 13, 8 plus 6 is 39. So this is basically an idea about how Node is working. Next, let's get into our about inbuilt frameworks. Right now, let me teach you something of how to create your own modules inside Node. Let's get into it. Here, I have a math.js. I'm just going to create a function app. For let's go with arithmetic function add a comma b. I'm just going to return a plus b, and then I'm going to add another function subtract a comma b, return a minus b, and I'm just going to import the module dot exports. I'm sure who is good in React would have definitely get this. Add comma sub. Export is used to just export the module. Okay, it's used to export your modules. Then I'm just going to app.js, another module. I'm just gonna import these two. In here, just use it. Yep, I'm just imported the required function over here, and to put your function, you have to give math.js. Like you have to put the dot and slash to make sure your module is being done over there. Let me give you math dot. You can see math.js is our function. So I just imported them. Then I just printed console log add 5,2 and console.log subtract 5,2. Now I'm just gonna add a new command. Open your terminal and just can run your module outside your browser. Let me show you this. Node app.js will just give you the exact output of what you need. This is how basically your node works outside the browser, and here you can see the exact output of what we need. So yeah, I hope you would have got something from today's video, and we're going to start this series for long. This is just the basic ideas of how we are going to execute things. We're going to learn about Express. We are going to learn about frameworks like HTTP, file sharing, and we're going to learn lots of stuffs in the backend development. So please be active in these sessions, and I would honestly request you guys to subscribe to our channel and give us a great support from your side. We are ready to bring your any kind of developing level to very standard level, and we can help in any way. So this is all about this today's video, guys. I hope you have got something today. Please give a like, share and subscribe, and I will send you the notes of this lecture in the next lectures. I will send you the notes of today's lecture as well. So see you guys in the next lecture. Until then, bye bye.